Hi, this is Kate from Daisy Nails, creating fun, funky and fabulous nails in the comfort of your home. I wanted to show you some left-handed nail art today. Just showing you the colours I've used. Excuse me. Yes, because I'm not left-handed, I'm right-handed, and I still like to have something on my left hand, so that's what I'm doing today. And if you saw last Wednesday's, well, actually I think I posted it on Tuesday's video, you'll see I'm using the same colours, so that the hands, although they've got different art on, are matching to a certain extent. So using my Madame Glam long liner, I'm going to go in and do a French tip on each of the nails, but on the previous hand I did the Amor Azul on each of them. This one I'm doing a different colour on each nail, so this one's the road trip on my thumb. So it's Saturday morning, I'm in my pyjamas drinking a coffee in the conservatory. I've got a client shortly, so I'll be showering and getting everything ready to go to her house. I've just finished a week at work. I started a new job a couple of weeks ago that has got nothing to do with painting nails, which I am thoroughly enjoying, and it is thoroughly exhausting me, but it's all good. It will become more normal eventually, won't it? What I've noticed when I'm doing my left hand on these videos is that I've got to concentrate so hard on doing my left hand that I forget to concentrate on making sure it's in the camera. So essentially what I do, I don't know if you can tell, is I quite often hold the brush and not still, but stiller than I do when I'm painting with my right hand, and I use the hand that I'm painting, so I'll move the thumb against the brush rather than the brush against the thumb quite often. Right, the next nail, looking at it, actually looking at the nail right now, is the Muhalo as the tip. I think, oh no, it isn't, is it? Yes, it is, that's the Muhalo. Trying to remember all the colours I used. No, the Muhalo's the middle one. Oh, do you know what? I think I redid it. It's Bluebell. That's what I've got on that one now. I think I redid it a bit later in the day because I wanted a slightly different colour. I wanted something that was more contrasting to the other blues, so I actually got the Bluebell out and did that one later on in the day. So Road Trip went onto the thumb, and then that was the mix that I made in the previous video, wasn't it, with the Muhalo and the Road Trip that I'm putting on there. Just supping that coffee. Same coffee as last time. We do, at my new job, there's a coffee man who parks outside the building every morning. And a lot of people do like to get a coffee from him and bring it in. I'm thinking maybe I'll do that on Friday mornings. I'll bring my own cup, of course, because I don't like waste. Get my coffee, take it to my desk, drink it at my desk. Never had an office job before. This is all very new for me. So the middle finger was the white. I can't believe I haven't sped this up. I really should have, shouldn't I? But you can just see how the way I hold my brush, I'm holding it far more sort of securely. When I hold it with my right hand, I hold it quite loosely and I let the brush do a lot of the work. But when I'm painting with my left hand, I really grip that brush so tightly and I make as small movements as possible, because otherwise they just end up going all over the place. So now I'm doing the Amor Azul on the index finger. And again, it's sort of a combination of moving the finger and the brush, just to try and get that, because I remember when I was a teenager, I decided I wanted to become ambidextrous. And so I started practicing doing all sorts of things with my left hand. I can still write with my left hand and get all the letters the right way round. But you can't read it very well. My eldest, excuse me, coffee does this to me. My eldest, when they were 7, I think they were 7, broke their wrist, and my eldest, well, both my kids are left-handed actually, and they had to wear, they broke their left wrist and had to wear a cast, and actually became quite good at writing with their right hand. But as they tell me, being left-handed makes you more ambidextrous because you do have to practice a lot more things with your right hand because the world is right-hand centric. I would love to know what it is that causes the difference between left and right-handedness, because as far as I'm aware, there's nobody else in the bloodline in our family that's left-handed. My stepmom is left-handed, but that's the only person I know in the family who is, who of course isn't blood related. Right, so the little finger I did the perfect black for my French tip. Each of these I was doing a flash cure between, because I really have very little control over what I do with my fingers. Right, so I wanted to do hearts, so the index finger. I started with that's the mix, isn't it, of the Muhalo and the Road Trip. And I do 2 dots with a large dotting tool because I wanted a large heart to start with. And then I got the Madame Glam liner. And hopefully I'm going to put this in camera. Oh, come on, Kate. So basically you have these 2 dots on your nails, and you use a nice fine brush just to bring the sides of those down to a point at the bottom to create the point at the bottom of the heart. And then, so that's like on the outside sides of the dots, and then on the inside sides of the dots, you bring those down to create the dip in the middle at the top of the heart. And again, every single thing I did on this hand was flash cured before, excuse me, before moving on to the next part. In fact, I was probably fully cured that, unless I went on to do the heart on the index next. Yes, so I'm doing the heart on the index next. So I'm doing exactly the same thing. I'm doing a slightly different shaped and different angled heart on this one. Shame you can't see it. So I put the 2 dots sort of in a more of a sideways angled position. Come on, Kate, just move across just a little bit, just a little bit. And using that brush just to pull the gel down into the point. And just filling in those gaps. There should be enough gel from the dotting tool to be able to fill all of that in. You shouldn't need to add any to the brush. And then give that a cure. So I probably flash cured the first one and full cure once I've done both of them. Hearts are very, very simple to do when you do the dotting tool method. To be fair, as I was doing this, I really didn't know what I was going to do. I just sort of went in with the colours and made it up as I went along. No, so the next thing was actually the middle. So on the middle finger, I've done an eye. It's a particular style of eye that's very fashionable at the moment, which I think is because of the Selena Ryden tarot cards. I don't know if you've seen those. Oh, now we're speeding up. Right, so I went in with the second heart, which I did with the white. So again, pulling that round with the brush. Yes, the Selena Ryden tarot cards, which if you haven't seen them, she has brought out a set of cards. Can't remember how much they cost. Maybe £35 in the UK, something like that. And they've got different categories, nail shape, nail style, nail colour, and one of the things obviously is the nail art option. And she has this eye on it, which I've seen in lots of places since I've seen her cards come out. So that's what I was doing on the middle one, sort of a particular style. But I think if I was doing it with my right hand on my left hand, it would be a lot better. I sort of look at it and I can just see every single inconsistency in it. But there we go. That's the life of an artist, isn't it? Constantly seeing your mistakes. Yeah, so with the white, excuse me, with the white heart I went in with a smaller dotting tool because I wanted the white heart to fit inside the blue one. Don't know why I've got such a frog in my throat today. I have actually run out. I'm asthmatic and I have a medication called Montelukast, which is supposed to sort out that problem, but I've run out of it. But I did have my last one last night. This morning I received an email from the pharmacy to say that the doctor had what's the word? You know, they'd said that it was okay to go ahead and do the prescription I'd ordered, and I looked and I realised I haven't ordered the Montelukast, so I've put an order in for that now, but I probably won't get it till the middle of next week now. Right, so with the eye, I did the blue dot in the middle, and now I'm taking the Perfect White. You see, I've always switched it over to the right hand to actually add the gel to it. And now I'm doing a triangle on each side of that blue dot. Again, keeping my movements so small. I'm so sorry, hold on. Keeping my movements really small on each side of that blue dot. Just because I'm using my left hand. I know that, what's she called? Susie from Nail Career Education, she always rests her right hand on something when she's painting with the left. I tried that, but I prefer doing it the way I do it, you know, off camera mostly. Yeah, so what I'm doing there is the triangle on each side, and then making sure that includes like the curve and I don't end up going over the blue. I think I did a bit, so I just used a tiny little bit of isopropyl alcohol on my brush just to clear that off. In fact, I think that's what I'm doing there. Yeah. And then that goes into Cure It. I got a full cure, and then going with an even smaller dotting tool with the black. So the black's the final colour on the hearts. Put those little dots in the middle of the white. And then one in the middle of the eye, because of course you've got to have your pupil in the middle of your iris on the eye. And then bringing that black down, using the brush to create that point somewhere at the edge of the universe of this video. I'm doing the same with the other one. I think I probably cure it after this. Because I have had this gel on for a week now, so I can't quite remember how I did it. Right, so once that was cured, I then using the liner, I got some more of the Perfect Black to do the outline around the edge of the eye. And really resting one hand against the other just to steady them together so that they work together. If I try and hold that left hand in the air and paint without resting it on anything, or even just resting, oops, there goes the brush, or even resting it with one finger, it's not enough. I really need to be holding them next to each other like that. And then bringing that line right round the top as well. I think I did a flash after this. Did I? Oh no, I'm not sure, let's see. Because then you go in with some sort of stylised eyelashes. Afterwards, I think actually I was still perfecting that top line. Then into the cure. Right, so now it's cured, and these are the lashes I was talking about. So to make them even, I do the middle one at the top, and then evenly spaced either side. And I did 5 on this one. Depends on the size of the eye, you can end up with more or less. And you can do them at the bottom as well. I chose not to just because, you know, I was doing this on very short nails. These have got the Neo Nails Acrygel as an overlay on them. In fact, that middle nail, that's the one that broke, wasn't it, when I was getting my manicure table out of the boot. Oh yes, I went in with a bit of white just for a bit of reflection on the eye, because if you don't have that, it just makes the eye look a bit, well, dead, doesn't it? And then with the little finger and the thumb, I didn't want them to be completely bare, so I just went in with these 3 little dots in the top corner. What was I saying? Was it about the reflection on the eye? I think I'd finished that, hadn't I? Yeah, 3 little dots. I got those 3 little dots idea from the Delftware video that I did that got lost when my phone got wet. Do you think I'm ever going to get over this? Eventually, probably. Right, then going in super, 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 super quick, because everyone knows how to top coat. With the Madam Glam No Wipe top coat. Remember, with the top coat, float it on. Don't press that brush into the nail, just float it over the top. And then it should be as even as possible. Nice and cured. And then we go in with some cuticle oil. I think this was the Blue Sky cuticle oil. I've got various different brands in various different of my boxes. Anyone who's ever had me come out to their house knows I bring a suitcase, and each different part of the service will be in a different box. So I've got my colours in one, I've got extension things in another one, I've got glitters in another one, top coats in another one. So there we go. That was my video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and to like my video. See you next time.